He just had, he did all of that damage with his first group of like 5 Mutalisks, and now he's been completely unharassed this entire game. Miracle's trying to move out. The problem is if Miracle doesn't defend his base at all. Hiva's fine right now. If Miracle attacks with this little group, Hiva will be fine because he can come back, he can reinforce. Sure, he doesn't have a ton of these bases, but I don't think Miracle's strong enough to make an attack. I think he needs to, get some Goliaths out, try to get, well, there's the factory right there being built, so he is going to try to do that. He does have more turrets now. Obviously getting that up late, I don't know. The economy has already been crippled quite a bit, and we'll just kind of have to see how his M&M micro is here as he goes along to try to push out.
I don't think Miracle's in a terrible position.
No.
Now, also notice there, Hiva actually has been getting his hive up for a while. It's probably almost about up. So he actually went for a really quick hive. So this is really as fast as you can tech as a Zerg. And he's just using that tech advantage to get out Defilers as soon as he can. Because once he gets Defilers, it's really going to be able to shut down these Medic Marines even at this front door. Now, they are going to make it to the front door here, but I really don't think they're going to be able to do much. I think we're going to see a longer game. And 2 starports going up for Miracle. So he's decided he's had enough with these Mutalisks, and perhaps maybe he wants to get Wraiths out, or maybe even Valkyries.
Well,
we'll have to see.
Man, it'd be crazy if he went for Valkyries. I would think possibly Science Vessels for Irradiate.
True.
That would probably be where he's going to go. But with 2 starports, you're right. It might just, man, he is just losing Marines. And the great micro, very good micro by
There
Hiva.
is a ton of Mutalisks, and you're right, even it could just be for Science Vessels, because if he sees that his opponent, which he's been scanning, I'm sure the whole time he's just pumping out Mutas, tons of Mutas. That's at least a control group of Mutas there. Wow, just taking out all those Medic Marines. That's just terrible. His Meg's having to run back. Marines going down the bottom right, but those are going to get intercepted anyways, probably as soon as he figures this out, or they're not going to be defending the base. Either way, Miracle is kind of hard pressed here. He does need those Science Vessels as soon as he can, though, so maybe he is just trying to build 2 Science Vessels, but no, we already see a Wraith producing out of that first starport, so it looks like it is going to be Wraiths.
Usually when you see 2 starports early on, it is going to be for Wraiths, and I think that's his only hope. If he can somehow manage to get Cloaking up, and then get the Wraiths out, he could do a lot of damage.
This is going to be close. Coming in here, Hatchery, is it going to go down? Mutalisks come in, they're swarming all these Marines. I don't think it's going to go down. And that is terrible for Miracle, because now he got nothing out of that. Only a few drones. And Hiva smartly hid all of his drones up at the top right, so he only lost a few drones there. That's all he lost for a trade of a whole group of Marines and all of his forces, Miracle's forces. Oh, wow, and here's Guardians. We didn't even see that. Maybe we just missed it on screen, but didn't see the Greater Spire going up. And this could be an interesting switch. He's got so many Mutas, but are they going to get spotted right here is the question. Can he harass and stop Miracle from moving out and spotting this? So this could be really bad, actually, for Hiva because we got Wraiths coming out.
3 starports. He probably already has Cloak by now, or is about to have Cloak. I always wondered, I always found that for some reason Guardians were always morphed in the weird positions, like right on top of the base. But obviously that's because they're slow and you want to get them up. Most of these Marines getting taken out. We do see some scored, so he's prepping. Notice there's 2 there, prepping for the possible observers, or Science Vessels, not observers. And these Wraiths are going to do something. The question is if they can do enough. We do see still slow Overlords. If Hiva is currently getting Overlord speed, he could have a chance. If he forgot about Overlord speed, which he very well could have because he's really involved in the high tech right now, could have forgot about it.
Looks like Cloaking's done is what they're showing there on screen. So yeah, this could actually be pretty good for Miracle. Doing a good job of predicting this. Taking out the 1 Overlord that's going out there. And you're right, no Overlord speed. So really the mobility right now is really lacking actually for the Zerg player. He's got a great force, but he's can't do anything. He's too scared to really move anywhere, because look at this. He's just going to take out Guardian after Guardian. Great micro, actually, to stay away from the Hydras. Good, well-balanced army by Hiva, but just so many Guardians going down here. He's going to have to use his Medic Marines, too, and this could be it right here. A lot of Medic Marines. Those are going to wipe out the Hydras, and the Wraiths is going to town on the Guardians.
They're gone. Oh, man, Wraiths are out of there.
Still almost an even fight, but I think these Medic Marines are going to win the day. I don't know. Guardians are really strong. Really strong unit composition, and even a Devourer out here to take out the Wraiths, and once it shoots that, whatever you call it, purple stuff on the Wraiths.
All Miracle had to do is kill that 1 Overlord. And that is what annoys me about stuff like this, is he decided to go for the Guardians. He's now lost almost all of his Wraiths, and I think this will probably be the
Overlord
game.
just went down there, but yeah, he's had to lift up his natural expansion and Hydralisk all over his base. I really think that Miracle just doesn't have the forces I mean, he can hold it his ramp right there, but in the meantime, he was going to be able to expand at will. And the problem is that Miracle just wasted too many units early on. He had good ideas, but his Medic Marine control just wasn't that great. And even right now, just kind of pushing out half of his Marines and leaving half just slightly separated is not good.
Yeah.
Ray's going to take out the Guardians, but I don't think he can hold against all these Hydras, and pretty much he can just keep pumping Hydras and force his way in.
That's a shame, because Miracle had a good idea, and I would have liked to see that. I mean, that would have been cool to see him take out that Overlord, get those Cloaked Wraiths, and obliterate that force. He would have had a definite chance there. He could have gone on Overlord hunting for the rest of the game, taking out Overlords with that big group, and done a lot of damage with the Wraiths. There's not much else he can do here. Another Overlord coming in. It's amazing that Hiva has not even needed to get speed Overlords. I mean, he still does not have it. And I think this is going to be GG pretty quick here for Miracle, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's fighting for his life right now.
He really is.
I think what we saw here, quite in contrast to the second game, was Hiva actually executing a very good build, executing it perfectly. A little bit risky because it was just all-up tech, and you don't have a lot of economy early on, but because the Mutalisk Harass was done very well, he did, get the points for that Mutalisk Harass, and that was able to put Miracle behind a little bit, just enough to where he wasn't as comfortable as you'd like to be as a Terran player, and then his pushes were pretty much ineffective completely. Even, he tried to push out with Medic Marines, which is what you got to do to slow the Zerg down, but they were just completely ineffective.
Right.
The Mutalisk, just great control with the Mutalisk in the middle of the map to take out Marines on their way down, and by the time they got there, there was only a few left.
Yeah, and I mean, Miracle's holding on here. I mean, he's really giving it his all. I mean, I got to hand it to him in this game. Going for the Wraiths and really doing a good job for the most part was honorable, and I think he's really trying to do that. He's trying to fight to the last minute. He hasn't played very long. He's in the OSL round of 36. Might as well, do your best. This is the last game. More Wraiths are out. And that's not bad, actually.
But Lurkers on your ramp. That sucks. You don't want Lurkers on your ramp. It's never a good sign.
No, Lurkers on your ramp is not a good sign.
Wraiths are not going to save the day because now you have 1,000 Lurkers in your base, and Hydra's actually to take out the race. Now, no Overlords in sight, so he's not going to be able to do anything else.
No Science Vessels, though. If he had Science Vessels, he would at least have sight, but currently there hasn't even been a scan, and he's fighting against an invisible enemy as far as he's concerned right now. A dropship coming out for whatever reason. Maybe he's going to...
Oh, no!
That is killer!
Going down. Why isn't he GG'd?
Insult to injury, man.
That would have been auto GG for me. I mean, Lurkers on my base would have been auto GG. But then Scourge coming in and killing my one last hope, frail, a fool's hope, dare I say, wasn't even, no chance. I mean, like you said, Miracle's just fighting for his life.
Right.
He's trying his hard. He had a really good run, obviously, to get through the offline qualifiers to make it this far. There's GG finally.
Tough luck, Miracle. I definitely got to say that, although it wasn't the most impressive decision making, the second game, he was fairly solid for the most part, and he just needs some more practice. I think he can definitely go somewhere. So, what do we got next? We are going to see Hiva going against Hwasun. I kind of want to say Hwasun. Like it's like something that Bruce Lee would say. Hwasun. Okay,
well,
anyways.
Hwasun, an awesome player. The ladies like him.
Quite. I like him. You like him?
He's got that sexy bee suit hair, and a very, very good Terran player. Also a very good Terran versus Zerg player, so this is going to be tough for Hiva. I'm pretty sure that Hwasun's over 60% Terran versus Zerg, so it's definitely going to be a tough match for them. And there he is.
Oh, look at him.
In his STX Soul. He gets to play against guys like July. A lot of good Zerg players by Hero, so he has a lot of good practice partners.
Look at a little heart in the background. All right, we're going to be back with what should be a fun matchup at the least.